Bayonetta is out in Japan, and as luck would have it, the import version has an English language option.
Perhaps you're up for the task.
Though it's due out in a couple of months, we couldn't help but take an early look at this stunning action game from the creator of Devil May Cry that pits a shape-shifting witch against an army of avenging angels. To befit its heritage, Bayonetta's combat is completely bananas. The visual feedback doesn't relent. It might actually take a while before you really start to believe that your commands are making all that stuff happen on screen. With guns in the heroine's hands and heels and devastating magical attacks, the action is so absurdly over the top as to make games like Devil May Cry and Ninja Gaiden feel downright realistic in comparison. Yet it still feels good and natural. It may look out of control, but this hot, demonic mess is eminently playable. You only need to look toward the hypertrophic command list and the loading screens to get an idea of how deep the combat really is. With 2 basic attack buttons, you can unleash all manner of madness, hurling enemies skyward to prep them for mid-air follow-ups, or summoning demonic fists or infernal stiletto heels to punctuate your combos. And you can shoot them with guns, too. Your firearms come in several different sizes and can deal plenty of damage when you use them the right way. Weaker guns will feebly whittle away at your enemy's life bars, but even smaller caliber weapons prove their utility when you're surrounded by smaller enemies. If you execute a circular motion with the analog stick, you can light up any attackers that might be surrounding you, killing weaker ones outright. The bigger foes won't be phased, but that's what Witch Time is for. Dodging is crucial in Bayonetta. Since many of the angelic horrors you go up against are building-sized badasses, your battles will be brief if you're not responsive. Especially well-timed dodges, though, put you in witch time. Think bullet time, but much more frequent once you start getting the hang of combat. The mechanic works well in Bayonetta because, frankly, the visual payoff of fighting is so explosive that it's easy to get into an all-offense zone. As you learn to get evasive every now and then, it becomes easier to appreciate the grim flourishes that are built into the combat system. If you fight long enough without getting hit, you can execute brutal finishers that completely demolish regular enemies. These are the high points of Bayonetta's combat porn. Watching this wicked witch trip her enemies into a summoned guillotine, or kick them into an Iron Maiden. Another interesting aspect of the game is Bayonetta's magical mane. Believe it or not, this witch's wardrobe is composed of living hair, the same hair that's used to knit powerful magic attacks. This means the more powerful the attack, the more skin you'll see. When you consider everything else that's going on, a clear picture of the action starts to emerge, that of a complete assault on your eyes and fingers. Yeah, you've probably heard that before, but it's never been truer. Thankfully, it looks like you'll get a few breaks during the game's extended cutscenes.
Fate brought us here together, and it will never tear us apart.
Bayonetta will be out in North America early this January. Unless something goes horribly wrong in the localization, you have good reason to be excited. Look for our full review come launch time.